Boo! Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I hope everything is good. I hope this stream is not being silly. Let me put the music here too. Soft at the beginning. Well, let's start by saying hi, I'm Irwen, your dragon mama, dragon mother, to make your life happy or make your life a bit happier. If that is enough for me, then it's nice. I am very nervous. I'm stumbling upon my own words, so sorry. But basically, I am a pink dragon, as you can see, but I do not spit fire. I am a lava dragon. I'm a lava dragon and I love eating. I love cooking and I love eating. Cooking is one of my passions, of course, not only because, well, I'm old and I am a mother, but it's one of my ways of saying I love you to my family and those I care. I love my dad and I love my mom. I really, really love them, and I think that family is one of the greatest things. My favorite game, because I've been a gamer for a long time, but you have to consider that in previous times, being a gamer wasn't really seen as mature, so I kept it hidden, but I can say that up to this day, my favorite game is Portal 2. Because I think that Portal 2 is the perfect balance between a great story and amazing gameplay, even if it has some flaws here and there. But I just love it, and I know that you can't replay it like a lot of times, but just everything is so perfect. Hello, welcome to the chat. I really love, like, in Portal and Portal 2, there is a message everywhere, and that message is never give up, because the protagonist was tangled in big messes. She was in danger a lot of times, and even in the deepest of despairs, her tenacity carried her across to freedom. And that message got to me in old times where I was, well, in a bad state of mind. I was pressured and work was stressful, and that message, that little weak human, like traversing that whole scary place to freedom, was something that inspired me. Inspired me to keep going. Do better. You're strong. You're capable. But if I have to choose a second game, and this one is very loved, I would say that Nier Automata is also one of my favorite, not only because 2B is a cutie, but because, well, I shouldn't say much because it will be a massive spoiler, but basically it's a similar thing of even if everything is against you, you can keep going and you can succeed. And also, at the end of the game, well, the message is you're never alone, and there's people that are always around you and that would be willing to protect you with everything they got. I just woke up and remember about this stream. Oh, you're watching from Mexico! Hello, Mexico! Hola! Thank you so much! So, you see, at first, I'll confess that Nier, I didn't like it because I saw that a lot of people were too focused on the looks of the girl on 2B, but when I went to the store one day, I saw Nier Automata on the shelf and something told me, you should get it. Irwin, you should get it. Try it. You lose nothing by trying it. And so I tried it and I loved it. And now I am very, very super duper obsessed with Nier. I am a Nier crazy person. Everything that revolves around Nier, I love it. I even own Grimoire Nier, the new version. And I reserved the new Grimoire Nier many months in advance. And the day it was released, I was messaging Square Enix and saying, hey, hi, I don't mean to bother you, but I would love if you could tell me the state of the book. Like, I would love how it's going, you know, that sort of thing. Is it safe? And so I got a single email saying, it's going. It's going to your house in the Dragon Kingdom, so you're fine. One day, but I don't know if this is illegal, but I would love to read you some of the stories in that book because they are genuinely nice and very well written with passion and love and care. Of course. Have a good breakfast. So, my favorite story in Grimoire Nier is And Then There Were None, a story that explains how Grimoire Vice came to be Grimoire Vice. And I'm not going to spoil that for you, but I don't think it's legal for me to read to you, because I guess the stories have copyright, but I have to investigate about it because I would love to read. And those are great stories, even if Yoko Taro has this habit of making everything end up with a tragedy. But I am happy to say that the gacha game is considered officially Nier 3, but unfortunately I didn't get to play it to the end. Because, well, with gachas, I don't tend to spend too much. And so, because even if I am a dragon, I am a humble dragon and I am not rich. But I've heard the story and I have to read the story properly somewhere because the game has closed. End of service, I guess. But it's officially Nier 3. I'm sorry if I am talking too much about Nier. I just love it so much. I could talk about hours about Nier because it's just so great. My apologies, I tend to nerd out when it comes to those games. But yeah. Nier Automata is the only game I ever pre-ordered. Oh gosh. Nier Automata As I said before, I had this big prejudice because everyone on the internet was only focusing on 2B's looks. But then I started playing, and 2B came to be this amazing character with a whole world of feelings inside her, the frustrations she has, the needs to protect those she cares about, and the whole I am impotent against a world that is conspiring against us kind of thing. It was just so good. And of course, 9S is amazing. And I have my own theories. And let me tell you that these are only theories. But I think that the conscience of Replicant Nier are in 9S. Yeah, the protagonist of Replicant and Gestalt, I think, like this is my theory, but I believe they are inside of 9S. And I think that Jonah would be to be. I know that sounds weird, but the whole protective feeling they've got for each other, it would be like such a strange but interesting twist to Jonah that was helpless before, but now has the power to protect even if she has to kill 9S over and over again. But I keep going talking about Nier, I should stop. Yoko Taro has a special way of writing his stories because he writes the stories backwards. He starts at the ending and then writes from... Is that true? Oh my gosh! Is that true? Oh goodness. What? I didn't know that. That's based. That's based. I love that so much. Speaking of Gestalt and Replicant, Papa Nier or Brother Nier, which version speaks more to you? So you see, each version has their own good things. But in the end, they are both the same thing, like just a human that gave it his all to protect the ones he loves and cares for. But I just think that, well, Brother Nier is really cute. Adult version, of course. But adult Brother Nier, it's like just very nice designed, like his eyes are very pretty, even if he has this sad backstory. Also, one game, or in this case, I should say, trilogy of games I love is Zero Escape. It's a visual novel / point and click where you have to solve puzzles, and in each game you have to solve incredible mysteries. But this game mixes science fiction with actual science. And so the director, I think it was called Uchikoshi, did an amazing research on science, actual science, but for the sake of the plot, he decided to mix some fiction, of course, because, well, it is about timelines. Of course, like, curiously enough, I played Zero Escape games before Nier, so I always liked the timeline things in games and shows. But I totally recommend that you play it, even though, just a warning that those are games with heavy topics and also lots of reading, like lots and lots of reading. But don't worry, because if you don't mind reading, and even if you like reading like me, then you won't have any issue. Speaking of Gestalt and Replicant, Papa... Oh, sorry, I read the message twice. Oh, goodness me. But yeah, so I started in the Nintendo DS playing 999. That's literally the game. The name of the game, sorry. I am a bit nervous. So it's like 9 doors, 9 hours, 9 person kind of thing. And it's really amazing because they, like 9 people get trapped inside of a replica of the Titanic, and they have to cross 9 doors until they can get out. But the key is only one person shall be alive at the end of the story. And I think it's like one of the masterpieces in gaming when it comes to writing. Thank you so much. Hey, it's a sore. I feel so shy reading names. But yeah. I think that if I have to choose one of the 3 games, I would say that the last one is my favorite. Zero Time Dilemma. And just once again, it's just writing and the characters, because it has a build up and everything is like this huge, massive, beautiful tragedy that I can't say more because that would be spoilers. You have the most comforting voice. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Oh, I'm gonna blush if you tell me those things. I always get self-conscious because my voice tends to be perhaps a bit deeper than a lot of super cute VTubers, and I've always wondered, could I be someone's idol with this deep voice of mine? Even if it's not super deep, but I just, I don't know. And when I do videos, I hear myself and it's like, But I want to bring you comfort, and I want to bring you smiles, and I want to bring you a great experience. I want to be the light when you are in darkness, and when you think of someone that believes in you when you're sad and you need a sign that someone cares, I'm gonna be there. Because I know what is to be in the middle of darkness, in the middle of a really bad space, and no one believes you, and no one tries. And of course, the help I can provide is limited. But, Mama's here. And I also want to keep doing shorts, of course, shorts that will bring you comfort. But I also want to do long-form videos, and I've been trying to upload gameplays here and there, and I hope you enjoy those as well. I ended up not continuing Resident Evil 9 for a reason, and is that the voices and the mouth of the characters didn't match. It wasn't synced properly, so I am waiting until they fix those things, and perhaps I can go back and record. But in the meanwhile, for now, I have Skyrim, and I am loving Skyrim. And I think it's the perfect game to live adventures, and it's like half cozy, half exciting. I was in a doom scrolling spiral and I froze when I reached your first short. Immediately stopped and watched it twice, and then shared it to friends. Oh gosh! Thank you so much! You're most kind! Like, every little thing helps. So, you sharing it with your friends helps me a lot. Thank you so much. It's very kind. I always get excited when I see that my shorts or videos get shared. And when I did the first ASMR in long video, the Stardew Valley sleeping aid, I then watched my own video and I was like, perhaps the music should have been a bit lower. I did a poll in the community channel, but when I saw the poll later after recording the gaming ASMR, I thought, well, it seems people prefer talking ASMR videos for sleeping, like podcast style. So One day I could record myself speaking endlessly about Nier and why I like it so much. You would be asleep because you would be bored eventually. Can confirm that he sent me a short you made and I've been listening to everything you have made since. Please. I am blushing way too hard. Thank you. You guys are most kind. I also have a Twitter, or now it's called X account. I tweet there, I post things. Lately, because I've been preparing the debut, I've been a bit inactive, but there you can find my art tag. That is, if you make art of me or anything, you can use that tag so I can look at it. Of course, like no obligation, just if you find it in your hearts. It was like getting hit with ice water, like you suddenly got woken up and there's a light in the dark. Oh goodness. Oh gosh. Aw, me? I'm blushing too hard. Also, I think it's obvious, but English is not my first language. So, if my grammar is not amazing, I'm sorry, be patient with me, okay? I have a plan B, or like something we can do later, and it's playing No, I'm Not a Human, because you will see that I have played it before, but there's new endings and new characters, I don't know, so I thought that we can play it again together later after chatting for a bit. And I loved No, I'm Not a Human, but with all the changes, I barely remember anything. So it's like almost playing from zero. Don't worry, the accent is also a big reason I'm here. It's so incredibly charming. Oh my gosh. Also, thank you, Curtis Miller. Thank you so much. Oh, my accent is funny because do you want to know how I learned English? So, video games. I wanted to play video games, but they weren't localized to the language of dragons. And so, when I was younger, I took a dictionary and Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, the 3DS Kingdom Hearts, and everything was so confusing, and the words and sentences were so complex for someone that barely knew how to say hi, my name is even. But eventually, with that and YouTube and things like that, I achieved English level good enough to communicate with you guys. Also, I think me being a VTuber was destiny because to practice English, I sort of interviewed myself. Like, if I were streaming like those YouTubers I admired. I sat in front of my PC and playing things, whatever. I was like, oh, look guys, this is a big monster, wow! And I did all of that in English, so I could force myself to think and use words I usually didn't use. And that paid off. But my accent is a weird mix because I saw both British and American YouTubers, and so all of my school lessons where they tried very hard to put the British accent and the British words suddenly blurred because, well, suddenly I was hearing, Markiplier and Jacksepticeye and many others, and it all became just a blur. Oh, goodness me. I can tell you guys, I also play Final Fantasy XIV, but I am very scared of playing with people in dungeons because I've seen that people can be a little rude in that game, so I try to keep to myself most of the time and just do the main story quest. And I know I'm late to the whole ordeals. I'm just finishing the end game of Stormblood. And I'm sorry if you like Stormblood, but I can't wait to move on. The story is great. The story is amazing, and I know it's a story of revolution and people fighting for freedom, but I just... Heaven's Word was so good. Was so good and so great that just the Stormblood doesn't feel the same. It's like Heaven's Word was perfect. Want to hear something fun? I learned English via Kingdom Hearts 2. I had, for the DS, one of the first things I could properly talk about in English is Axel explaining why the sun sets red. Oh goodness! And then I started trying more and more familiar games that I'm used to in English because the voiceover sounded cooler. Yeah, totally! You have an excellent grasp and execution of the English language, and your accent adds a unique element that adds the Dragon Mama impact. Yay! Aw. Curiously enough, when I speak in English, my voice sounds higher, but if I speak in the language of dragons, then I sound much deeper. But that will be for another day. Perhaps a surprise? I was also thinking on adding like an incentive, like if we could reach perhaps like 1,000 followers, I could try and play Dark Souls. But hear me out, the thing with Dark Souls and me is that, well, I want to play it and I love it because I love the story and I know like Dark Souls 1 and 3, like I know deeply the stories and the characters. I am so bad. I'm so bad, and I know it's because I should take my time learning how to parry, how to avoid, and you know, not getting hit and getting better at the game. But I get so tense and scared when I find a big boss. Like, I will give you permission to laugh at me if you want for what I'm going to say, but in Dark Souls 1, when I was playing the first time, I reached the Copper Demon, and the Copper Demon kept like killing me on the spot just when I finished crossing the mist. Suddenly he and his dogs chewed me out and killed me in a single blow, and I didn't even have the chance to move. I tried so many times and it's like, please just let me move a moment. I promise you. And gosh, like some bosses in Souls games take me so long, like longer than I should. But curiously enough, in Bloodborne I am much better. Perhaps it's because the gameplay is like faster, it's more agile. It's like hunting, you know, and well, they're your prey, and you're the big, mighty hunter. I didn't finish Bloodborne, I know, my bad, but back then when I played Bloodborne I had a really stressful job and I didn't really have time because the job was in front of computers, and when I came back home I basically dropped into my bed and said I don't want to look at the computer for the rest of the day. And that included video games that took mental power to play, like Souls games and things like that. I just came to my home and dropped into the mattress. I forbid myself from moving on to 3. I'm playing them in order, and I 100% Dark Souls 1, so I'm finally allowed to play Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 needs more love. And I know it's a little bit rough, and people have the wrong belief that Miyazaki wasn't involved in Dark Souls 2, but let me tell you something. I think that he approved everything that happened with Dark Souls 2. Like, he wasn't directly involved, but he reviewed everything and he said, well, that's good to go. And the stories in Dark Souls 2 are just so great. Of course, I don't really like the adaptation? I forgot how it is called. That stat. But I think it's a really cool game with amazing stories and great characters, and honestly, Majula is my favorite, let's say, rest spot theme. Like Firelink Shrine, Majula is my favorite music because it gives this genuine feeling of a lonely, weary traveler that can't hold the entire world on his shoulders, you know, because that's what you are. You're just, well, you, me, everyone that plays, you know, like, we're just fragile people that are trying their best, and perhaps their best is not enough, but you have to still try, because giving up is not an option. You hear me, guys? Never give up. And I even have a cosplay of the lead knight set, aka Oscar of Astora. I love that! I love that so much! I love Oscar, and when I saw Henry, well, pronunciation aside, Henry in Dark Souls 3, I was delighted, and I didn't know that Henry changed its gender with your character, because if you're a girl like me, Henry appears as a boy, and backwards too. If you go as a man, appears as a girl. And I think that's really cool, honestly. DS2 is very overhated because people will but the stigma into it. People keep saying fighting humanoid enemies in Dark Souls games is the best, but the thing is, Dark Souls 2 has the most humanoid bosses. I've heard that humanoid bosses in Dark Souls in general are the most scary of enemies, because they're like you and you're dangerous, therefore they are dangerous too. You can hit a big thing much easier, but if the humanoid moves faster... Oh. But something that surprised me, because my bestie, a really skilled girl dragon, told me one day, Iruen, did you know Dark Souls 2 last boss takes levels of you? And I was like, oh, that's a lie. That's a lie, girl. Girl, you're lying to me. Why are you lying to me? And she was like, no, I'm not lying to you. What are you saying? And she showed me. And it's true, it takes levels from you. I was so shocked. I was like, but this can't be. If I reach this point, I would be level 1 because of the so many tries. Jesus Christ. But it's like such a bold design. Like, that's such a bold choice. But well, oh well. It is what it is, you know. And Bloodborne, it's for me. Like, sorry if this is like, blasphemy. But for me, the best Soul game is Bloodborne. But hear me out before you come and attack. I think it's the best Souls game because first of all, it's more polished, and second of all, the end battle when you fight German, it's just basically the story of two hunters trying to save each other. You are not fighting a grand enemy. You're not fighting this big thing that you will fight later, of course, but when you fight German, if you refuse to wake up, he tries to save you from his cursed fate, but you want to save him from suffering anymore. And so is this tragedy, this huge battle to save each other, because none of you want the other to suffer. And if you defeat him, then you face the lunar presence, I think it was called, because I played it in the language of dragons, so I didn't play it in English, but the lunar presence is this big, grandiose thing, of course, but then you learn that the lunar presence was being a parasite on German, and how much he suffered for so long, and his resolve was unwavering because he still wanted to save every single hunter he could. And that's so good! The writing is so good, it's so perfect. Well, you can see I like drama in my video games. I like a little bit of drama in video games, it adds a little bit of a spice. Just a bit of a spice, you know? But I think it's great. And as for Sekiro, it's underrated. Sekiro, it's really good, but it's, let's say, a quieter game. It doesn't show you all of a sudden like big things, these grandiose acts you have to do. You're just a shinobi and you live and breathe for your master, but you have to keep moving, and it's this quiet, silent, deadly person. And it's great, and it's underrated, honestly. One of my favorite bosses in Sekiro is the Snake Eyes twins. I call them twins, but I don't know if they are twins, just because they have both the Snake Eyes title and then their names. But also, I am playing Enfield lately. I tried Enfield, the gacha. I whisper gacha like it's a crime. But there's something I don't understand. Because I've seen countless people say, oh no, the dailies are so tedious to do, they take so long. But I think they are mistaken, because they are mistaking when you play Enfield. You have a list of options. You have a list of things you can do to reach the max activity points. And Enfield dailies take me less than 5 minutes to do. I just go, give an operator something to build trust, and then I go and into the index, basically to farm experience things for the operators and things like that. So it takes me less than 5 minutes to reach 100 activity points. And I was wondering, why are you guys saying that it takes you hours to complete the dailies? Because that's not my case, and you don't have to do all of the options. You only have to reach 100 points with those options, but you don't have to do them all. I think it's just a misconception. And the world is so fun to explore. You can find many chests and coffers, and you can go and talk with everyone, and they have like such cool designs, and the stories are great as well, because I love science fiction, so it's like I am absorbing every bit of knowledge. And I know people tend to like fantasy more, but it's just so cool. it's a little bit like near, and that's probably why I am loving the game so much. Not only that, and I promise you I'm not being paid for them, I'm just like I'm loving the game so much. But they had this recent interview where they said, like, we want to do things differently. All of the gachas nowadays follow Genshin Impact, and that's why players are burnt out already. And it's like, yes. I started playing Enfield last week. I pre-registered and had an account since launch day, and last week I finally had time to actually play for real. I basically started playing to get Rusty. Rusty's so cute! It's such a cute little wolf. I always want to pat her in the head. And she has this huge admiration for the main protagonist, the Enfield, the administrator, sorry. But as an older woman, I prefer his brother. Well, I can't deny, Also, just a disclaimer. If you hear a bird in the background, I have pet birds, and he is usually very motivated. And even my noise filters can't filter his singing. So you're probably gonna hear my bird in recordings and videos and streams because he goes super loud, super motivated. And I always hear my own recordings and it's like, oh goodness. But leaving that aside, my team in Enfield right now consists of the administrator, Pogranichnik, Jen, and Ardelia, because I really wanted to use the administrator and Pogranichnik because I like him. He's so serious, but he's so noble. And I really wanted to use him, and he's really useful and cool. If you do everything possible daily, it takes a while for Enfield, but if you do the minimum, it's like 2-3 minutes. Exactly. I just do the minimum. Like, you don't have to. Like, correct me if I am wrong, please, but is there any benefit of doing everything? Even if you have reached already, like, maximum points? Because I don't know if you actually get something from that. Because I just reach 100 activity points and I then keep playing like normal. I go to the factory, I mess up with the factory, I think, what did I do wrong? Why is this not working? Then I fix it again, and then it's like, I love this game. I just had to spend a little. Oh, sorry. You can need a guide to get how the gacha works. It has some really good things, but going 120 pulls with no carryover is rough. Oh, yes, absolutely. That's why I save everything until I see a character I like. And my motto, my motto, you could say, my rule for this kind of games is that it's a good game where it has both pretty ladies, pretty amazing women, and also men as well, because, well, we girls love a handsome man, but everyone can eat. Everyone has food. Pretty ladies and pretty boys for everyone. True equality. And that is true peace, the utopia, where men can have amazing women, super pretty, cute and adorable ladies, and we ladies can have handsome and amazing men. And I think Enfield can be really good for that as well. The devs are actually listening to feedback. Whoa! For real, that's so cool. I'm running Rossi, Ember, Wolfguard, and Ardelia. The brothers! You have the brothers on your team! Wow! That's great! Ah, I envy you, but I am saving. I have with only 3 stuff. I have gathered 3 events or in-game stuff. I have around 60 something pulls. And once I get a character I want in a banner, I will pull for them. For now, even if Rossi is super cute and adorable, I think I am gonna wait some more. I am carefully picking who I get. I've heard today though that I don't know if this is confirmed, okay, but I've heard that in Enfield, meta does not matter. So you can play with any character even if it is old. Because in gachas like Genshin Impact, it can be, well, power creep will eat your card. And I get really sad. But I understand you want the people to pull for the new characters, you know? Spend money. I saw a really amazing mod that overrides Ember with Dihya from Genshin. You can put mods? I didn't know that. Wow. That's so cool. And so fast as well, yeah. It fits so incredibly well, but I'm too spooked to mod a live service. I don't think you should mod a live service game. Just in case. And I play Final Fantasy XIV, so I know that there is a lot of people that mod Final Fantasy XIV, but that's legal. And if Square Enix catches you modding, they will ban your account, I believe. I have never modded it, and I am so sad because there's so many cool mods, but oh well. But speaking of Final Fantasy, but not 14 necessarily, I am playing Final Fantasy 16. And let me tell you something, it's a great game. It's great. It's actually very great. With one downside though, and it is that side quests are so unnecessary. The reward is so little, and the side quests take so long. And it's sad because the main story is this passionate, incredibly well-crafted story of a man that suffers and it's fighting, for freedom and for the things he sees, that are... I forgot the word in English. Forgive me. Well, he is an agent of good and he's fighting against evil, but the evil guys are so well crafted too. You will despise them. I despised the villains I have faced for now. I beat for the first time Titan or Kupka, and I asked my friend, hey, I defeated a Titan and I cut his hands. I am in early game, mid game or late game, and I told her, I believe I might be in late game already, right? And she told me, no, that's early game. And I was like, what? You're kidding me, right? No, not at all. But she told me that she might be biased because she did all of the side quests. And the side quests, it seems, are a lot and they give nothing and are so tedious. So I am just skipping them all. I play a lot of gachas and I also ignore the meta. I just play and have fun exactly my way. Exactly my way. You should have fun with the things you got. And of course, you can still aim for for the cool, new, shiny stuff, but you know. For example, I like, as I said before, Pogranichnik in Enfield, and I'm not gonna stop using him anytime soon. And I really like Ardelia as well. She's so fun and so cute. And come on, who doesn't like a girl that takes like this big sheep like it's a meteor? She calls sheep like it's a meteor and it's like, be careful, Mr. Dolly. And she's so cute. I love her so much. It's fluffiness made a character. And I love the administrator. I chose the girl administrator and she's so nice. And she's so beautiful and so charming. I only pull when characters come out that I really want. Exactly like me. The result was that in Genshin I saved up. Oh, that's a lot of Primogems. It's been many years since I dropped Genshin Impact because the dailies were too long. It took too long, the dailies, and the dailies were super important. And they are so greedy with Genshin. And I am a free-to-play player. And so I could get basically nothing. Getting Primos was extremely hard, and so I thought, well, this game is not for me. And many years ago, I dropped it. I dropped it before Sumeru. It is what it is. I raged in Asuma, and I didn't even fight Raiden. I dropped the game because everyone was saying, oh no, Raiden is so hard. It was like, I have no chances. I have no chances with this. I am a free-to-play player. I'm out. And now I am enjoying other type of games. Goodness. The memories with Genshin. I'm getting like hit with all of the memories. But let me tell you something, because I have both Final Fantasy XIV and 16 installed on my computer. They take so much space. I don't really understand why game developers don't optimize the games better. Warframe is like a very good looking game and it's very well optimized as well. But the games are so heavy and they take so many resources. Even if my computer, while it's not the most, up-to-date stuff, is not bad either. And I just wish they would take some time to optimize the games better. But like, aren't you guys feeling like there's people in the gaming industry that haven't played video games, like, never? Because I feel like there's people that have no passion for the craft. You know when a team that develops a game has passion for their craft. For example, Expedition 33 is like the most recent and biggest example I can find quickly. But there's other things, like EA with The Sims and many other examples. I feel like people that usually work in offices are getting more interested on like the gaming industry because it's moving a lot of money, but they don't understand what makes a game fun, and it comes as mediocre games and an oversaturated market, and everyone is unhappy because they don't sell as much and the gamers don't get the games they want. But perhaps that's me being picky. And I'm here to make your life happier, but I am yapping about my own personal opinions. But I'll just say that even if I look a bit airheaded, and I am airheaded, I also have deep thoughts. I have many deep thoughts. In fact, one time I wrote an essay that I have never released about the anti-intellectual current in the gaming industry and in the fandoms. But that will be for another day. 1 hour already, and we've been chatting and having fun, and it's so great. Like, I have been getting consistently like 9 viewers, 10 viewers, and I never knew that I could have so many people watching my streams. Well, my one is a stream, but I say streams because I want to do more in the future. And speaking about that, I wanted to ask you, Chad, with what frequency you would see the streams, because that's something important, the community. And I was thinking that because I'm not a big streamer, perhaps we can do a weekly stream and make it a special occasion. The weekly Mama Dragons streams. And we can get together and chat and play games. It's like we can save for a specific day and say, oh, Iru Mama streams this day. So I have to make time for it. That sort of thing. But I should also make a poll on the channel's community. I should make a poll for that. I will always try to watch whenever you want. Oh, that's so sweet. But I think because I'm a nobody and nobody barely knows me, but like, I think once a week will be enough. I should try to take clips of this stream, but we've been talking for so long about a variety of things. I will always try. Oh, sorry. I'm personally not a big stream watcher, unfortunately, but I set up 3 alarms to wake me from my night shift to sleep to be here for the review. Thank you so much. But yeah, precisely because of that, it's why I usually do more videos than streams. And it's also more comfortable for me as well, because I am not as pressured if I do videos, and you can watch them no matter the time. So I think it's a good format to keep for now, like stream once in a while, and for the rest of times, just put videos. My aim right now is to make like perhaps a sleeping aid video that's good enough that people want to put it every night in a loop. But of course I don't want to also like just do ASMR and the sleeping aid videos. I also want to upload gameplays like in old times. There's a space and time for everything, and I think everything can be done. I am having so much fun, honestly. It's really great. I'm looking forward to more ASMR videos. Me too. I'll put a lot of effort. If you like, I have a script you could do. That depends. I think I will improvise. Because the type of ASMRs I want to do are not the ones that are scripted. And I just want to do something you can put in the background as you fall asleep. That sort of thing. And I think I'm gonna leave the stream over here. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming to my debut. Remember, I have a Twitter account. You can find it on the bio of my channel, and I don't remember if I put it on the description of this video as well, because I am so silly like that. But you can find me there, and I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you so much. Whoosh!